Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. So yeah, it's moving up. Only yesterday I made the update video after we saw a few signs here that Natgas is still alive. I mean, to be fair, it really came close to that sort of lower boundary line of our support area here, sort of the long-term support area, and that would have been 190. I'm quite happy that it at least shows some signs of life. I mean, it's still, let's say, too early really to say it has, let's say, definitely turned around. And I mean, you can never be sure in these markets. I need to tell you as well, you know, there is no certainty. It's only probabilities. And of course, more often, I wouldn't say more often than not, but very often also the less likely wave count is working out. And however, in this case, I mean, there is basically only, I mean, there are a couple of counts. We have a couple of Elliott wave counts, but the main one is that we moved down here, that we expect our wave 3 low here very shortly. Maybe this was it. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We should then move up in a fourth wave, come down in a fifth wave. That's one count. The other count is that basically the wave 2 was already in here and that we are going to rally into the next bull run next. That's not my primary expectation. It's only the alternative. Primarily, I would anticipate we go up in a fourth wave and come down, and maybe this is the start of the fourth wave, which would be formed most likely in an ABC correction, ABC. Yeah, it's a correction, even though it goes up, but because the trend is down in this particular pattern, the ABC correction is going to the upside. What would be the targets for the fourth wave? Well, let's add that to the chart. Target would be between $3.20. Yeah, that is the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement. That would be the absolute minimum. I mean, if the downside pressure is still so high that it only reaches that, that would still be a valid wave 4 as long as we get a corrective wave structure. The ideal target would be $3.90. That's the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement. And then the maximum the wave 4 should do is 446. In my opinion, they are all quite likely. I would sort of be looking at the ideal level. That's typically the 38.2 retracement for a wave 4. Is just typically the most likely target for a fourth wave. Yeah, it depends a little bit on the subdivisions, how they are going to unfold over the next few days and weeks. Then we can give a clearer target there. But these are sort of the retracements. Yeah, so ideally we're going to get that only really if it breaks above 446 impulsively. We can say that, okay, probably wave 2 was already in here. But yeah, we see a first sign of life down there. And to be honest, it's starting to look a little bit impulsive. So what I wanted to do in this video, I mean, not too much happened since yesterday's update, but I know a lot of people are keen and want to wait and see that turnaround for Natgas finally occur. If I'm going to the 15-minute chart, I gave you yesterday, I think it was yesterday, we talked about this as a possible entry point, support area, yeah? And it worked out. You know, it worked out, and anybody who entered there, you can move up your stop loss now and can just relax. So that's what these are for, these trend reversal areas. Obviously very early days, but I highlighted to you that as long as we are holding now the 213 level, we can focus on higher. And that's what we did. And actually it's become quite a nice impulsive pattern, and this could now rally higher. Now this was the entry point, so you can sit back and relax if you entered. If not, it's a bit, you know, it's generally a bit too early to really confirm that a low has been made, yeah. But we'll probably see that over the next week. It is weekend is coming now as well, you know. Obviously, okay, we still have tomorrow, but then we've got weekend, and let's see how it plays out tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got get the core inflation data as well, core PCE. But as I said to you yesterday, this could be possibly a wave 1, then here a wave 2, and we could now rally higher. So from that point of view, it's actually a very nice 3-wave structure to the downside: A wave, B wave, C wave, which hit the golden ratio perfectly, the 61.8 retracement. So I think from that point of view, so far it's all working out nicely. Of course, now what it needs to do, it needs to hold first of all, the last low, which is here at 218. But then still it needs to hold the 213 level. Against 213, I think we could now focus on higher because we have a possible impulse. Not entirely clear that 5-wave move, but as I said to you, we could possibly count it as an impulse. So the best we get, especially on a small time frame like that, and therefore I highlighted to you this pullback area, support area that needed to hold, and it did hold, and now we rallied quite impulsively. What it now needs to do is to break substantially and keep and sustain above 237, and then it could reach, I can also give you now a third wave target based on the latest low we've actually made, because we have a corrective pattern down there complete. So target now to the upside would be 268 for the third wave, and that's sort of how we then build reliability and how this is going to cascade higher, provided of course it's holding that 218 level down there. Yeah? And if we lose 218, okay, we might then say, okay, it could still hold 213, but it wouldn't be reliable anymore if it holds to if it falls, or if that 218 level fails. Yeah, I mean, then I could still say, okay, maybe we had an overshooting B wave here and we still come down in C, and then we still need to hold 213. So this support area remains valid, because this could be an A wave, B wave, C wave, yeah. But it's that's what I mean. You know, it's still a bit too early, but for now you can assume that this is following through because it was impulsive off the low. We had a 3-wave pullback. Highlighted to you yesterday, I think, in the video, that you get several layers of confirmation in Elliott wave. Now, the first one is you get an impulse, which we possibly had. The second one was the pullback in an ABC correction to hold support, which it did. The third one is to rally above the previous wave 1 high, which it did. So actually we have all these 3 layers of confirmation, but what I would like to see now is that it moves and sustains above 237. If it does that, we have a really good case. Then next resistance will be 260, and the target I gave you as well. Just let me just look that up again. Resistance is not target, but resistance is where it might still face a setback. Yeah, target would be 267, 268 for that third wave. So that's going to be interesting now in the next few days. I'm definitely going to follow that. Natgas is not without reason one of the most popular videos here on this channel, because it is getting interesting. And I mean, you know, we have a very clear setup here now, or we had one yesterday, even though it's still very early days. If we get the first 5 waves up complete, then there will probably anyway be another entry point then in, for example, a B wave, because eventually if we say, okay, wave 4 will be ABC, you could say this will be an A wave, we come down in B and move up in C, so this B wave low will be the next entry point, which is high probability, or at least low risk, high reward. Yeah. But yeah, you know, you can enter where you like. You know, some people are breakout traders, some people are pullback traders. That's sort of where we are. Let's see. It's definitely getting interesting. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.